Van, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right, just making sure. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's go. First question to Jordan.
What's up, Van? How are you?
How you doing, Miss Jordan?
Doing well. Hey, big week, man, for a lot of reasons I hear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And I'm wondering if you can expand a little bit on that. It seems like football is so embedded in your family from your dad doing what he does and his influence on you and the importance of that. And then also, your family growing in a big way on Super Bowl Sunday or at least Super Bowl week. And can you share a little bit about that as well?
Yeah. Well, this has been a wild week, but we're preparing for the game and getting ready. And I'm also getting ready to bring in another son. So, wife is expecting the due date is February 17th. So, I mean, he could come at any time. So, so I'm excited about that. Excited about playing the Super Bowl as well, and so I got two things going on, but I'm happy about both of them, and you know, uh, so maybe he can wait just a little bit longer till after the Super Bowl.
Go next question to Hassan.
Hey Van, first off, congrats on the new baby boy. That's exciting.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you a question in regards to your role on this offense with the Rams and Matthew Stafford. In your personal preference, do you prefer to be like that Cooper Kupp 6, 8, 10 targets kind of guy a game, or do you really like your role right now as an intermediate to deep threat for Matthew Stafford?
I just take my role as I mean, whatever they need me to do for that game. If that's getting 6 to 8 targets that game, then that is. If it's getting 1 to 2 targets that game, then that's what it is. I mean, you know, um, I just try to play the best of my ability, and make a play when the ball is thrown my way, and play the role to the best of my ability, and just go out there and play, and that's all I try to focus on. That's all I try to do, and everything else to take care of itself.
Let's go next question to Jair.
Hi, Van. First off, congratulations on expecting a child and everything.
Thank you, thank you.
And this is your first time being in a Super Bowl. Who has been the biggest influence in the locker room for the guys that have never made it to this stage as of yet?
Sir, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, I'm sorry. I said, this is your first time being in the Super Bowl. Who has been the biggest influence in the locker room for the guys that have never made it to the stage as of yet?
I say Vaughn. Vaughn, he played in the Super Bowl, and uh, you know, he was just telling us, just enjoy the moment, and and have fun, So, I think he had one of the biggest games, I mean, winning MVP of the game. So, he just told us just take it all in and just enjoy the moment and have fun, and just execute and, you know, but he's been probably the biggest influence in the locker room. Just talking to the players and telling us what it feels like and things like that. So he's been one of those guys.
Next question to Rodrigo.
And how are you? This is Rodrigo Delgado from Lima, Peru. I'm with Owners Latin American Network. Many think either Cooper Cup or OBJ as a major threat on passing game. But the truth is that you have more yards per reception than either of them this year. Now, how does that make you feel entering the Super Bowl, where you could be the X factor facing a probable Eli Apple?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just try to make a play when the ball is thrown my way, and I just do the best of my ability, and going up against a talented defense, and we just got to execute and just play my game, and like you said, we got Cooper Cup and OBJ on the other side, and those are two great receivers, and they're going to do their part. So I just want to do my part as well, and that's pretty much it. I don't get involved. I don't get too much into you know, uh, the yards per catch and things like that. I just try to go out there and just play, and play for my teammates and play for my coaches, and But like I said, we're excited for the opportunity. I think every receiver that, OBJ and Cup and myself as well and Ben, we're all excited for this opportunity, and can't wait to play on Sunday.
Let's go to Nate Davis.
Hey Van, I've talked to several of your peers, and I just kind of wanted to ask you about just kind of the influential figure that Odell is, even though he's not really an old guy. I'm not sure how you regarded him, but just maybe kind of your thoughts on just kind of, it seems like he's a guy that so many younger receivers like yourself maybe looked up to, and then maybe just kind of how that, whether you agree with that, but then also what it's been like actually getting to know him and having him be a teammate and what he's kind of meant to this Super Bowl run.
Yeah. Odell has been a great teammate ever since he got here. I was still in high school, when in his early years in the NFL, and at the time, he was going crazy, and I remember I think I was coming home from high school practice, and I remember he made the one-handed catch, and my coach had texted me. He said, "I think that might be the greatest catch I ever seen," and I'm like, "What is he talking about?" So I went to my phone. And I just seen, Odell, make that one-handed catch, man. And ever since then, he's been, one of the best receivers in the league. And when he got here, he's been nothing but helpful towards me, telling me different things about the game, things I can be better on, and and me learning from him. And I think he came right in. He learned the playbook as well as he needed to, and he's been making plays all over the field. So we're great. I'm glad that he's here. I think everyone's glad that he's here. And he's definitely one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. So I'm excited to play with him, and and I actually get to play with him. A great receiver like that.
Go to Jake Silva.
Hey, Van. First and foremost, congratulations to getting this far to the Super Bowl. I know it's definitely exciting for you. Definitely congratulations to your newborn, man. It's the most exciting thing.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the leadership of Cooper Kupp. It just seems like everybody follows his role. And I know with him going through, Jared Goff and then now having Matthew Stafford, what kind of leadership has he possessed with this wide receiver core and then with the addition of Odell Beckham on this team?
Yeah, like you said, Kupp is amazing. The way he plays the game, the way that he carries himself as a pro. He's an all-around, player, all-around teammate, and he doesn't talk as much, but Kupp leads by example. When he does talk, we all listen. And I think he's taking great, ownership and leadership over this receiver room, and especially when Odell got here, he definitely stayed after hours with Odell, and made sure Odell knew the ins and outs of the playbook, and you can see that on the field, and Odell's playing fast, and like I said, Cooper Kupp is just a all-around teammate, man, an all-around competitor, and you can see that on the field. So I'm glad that I get to play with him. Happy I get to play with him. You got a Triple Crown winner you get to learn from every day. So it's paying dividends for all of us.
Go back to Jordan here.
Hey, Van, thanks for the follow-up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your dad has some Super Bowl experience as well?
Yes, ma'am.
What has he talked to you about this week? I'm sure there's a lot of people texting you or offering you advice, but in terms of him specifically, his role in guiding you through this part of your career and then through this moment.
Yeah. My dad's been a little bit different in this time around. I think, he's always the one to come and talk to me and, give me advice. But, the only thing that my dad has really said to me, was just stay ready, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's my dad's favorite saying. So, he's been talking to me and, telling me just enjoy the moment like everyone else, and, don't think too much and just go out there and play. So, this more time, I think he's more relaxed this time. So, that's been an enjoyment too as well.
Go to Stacey Dales.
Thanks so much, Van. Stacey Dales, NFL Network. I'm curious to know, and I watch you guys and have all year, there's a unique, it's evident brotherhood. It's a palpable brotherhood. When something doesn't go right, it's like next, it truly is next play. Could you describe for me the brotherhood within this offense, whether somebody drops a pass or something doesn't go right? Like, what is that dynamic like in your locker room?
Yeah, it's a great dynamic to have. I mean, um, a player or someone can easily get down on themselves when, you might miss a block or you might drop a ball or might miss an assignment, but, it's that no flinch mentality, hey, next play. And then you got, players on the opposite side of the ball that'll come to you and just talk to you like, hey, like, forget about it, next play, we got you. So, it's just, that's great to have on the team, and especially, you count on your brother right next to you to, make the right decision and make the right play. And I think that, that's something that we cherish. That's something that we love to do, picking up someone up. And I think that's the whole team, though, not just the offense, but the whole team does that. And, I think that's very unique about our team, and, we just have great men on this team that, love to play for one another, and, it shows on the field.
Go to Lewis.
Hi, how are you? This is Louis Grasso with WRHU New York. I was just in head coach Sean McVay's Zoom, and he had nothing but great things to say about you. Could you just please expand on your relationship with Coach and the impact that he's had on you this season?
Yeah, I mean, I love Coach McVay. I think, he is the best coach in the NFL. He just has a special relationship with his players, man, and yeah, he believes in me, and I think that that's very important with a player. You want a coach that believes in you. You want someone that's gonna, give you those plays in those moments, and that's what he does. And he's always interactive with his players, and he's a special guy, man. And I love playing for him, and we're excited to go out there and play for him on Sunday.
Next question to Eduardo.
Hey, Van. Eduardo Vidal for Hispanic Sports Media. Congrats for the Super Bowl. We've seen the Bengals make constant adjustment in pass protection defense, combining on the same play, man-to-man with zone. Do you expect to see that type of defense on Sunday, and what might be the key to attacking it?
I just say whatever defense they throw at us, we just have to be ready. That's why we game plan during the week, and that's why we go for different things that we think they might do. And so you plan for everything. So I think the game plan that we have, we're just focusing on that, and whatever defense they throw at us, we just got to be quick to adjust, and we will make the adjustments. So whatever we see, we'll be ready.
Next question to Dylan Hernandez.
Hey, Van. Obviously, Matthew Stafford's made some big throws in this postseason. Just kind of wondering, when you guys are in the huddle before those plays, what kind of energy does he give off? What kind of vibe does he have?
Oh, just calmness. I mean, he's calm. Every play, he's always ready to go. He's already, to launch it. So, but yeah, he has complete control of the huddle, complete control. He's calm in there, so everyone can hear him, and he does a great job with that. He's the leader of this team, and we ride behind him. So I think that's important to have that calmness in the huddle, and when it's time to go, Matt goes, and but yeah, he has complete control, and nothing but leadership.
Next question to Cool McCain.
Hey, Ben, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. It's Cool McCain from Sideline Sports. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel that you developed and progressed from when you started last year until where you're at this point in your career?
Last year, I didn't see that much time on the field. I had Josh Reynolds in front of me, who was a great player, and but I didn't let that get to me. I just learned from Josh and learned from Cooper and Robert, last year, and Josh was nothing but helpful towards me. He would talk to me all the time and tell me, what I'm doing wrong, or, just helping me catch up with the playbook. So, I was very fortunate to have Josh and have him help me too. And coming up, and then this year, I felt like, I just made it, my mission to be more in the playbook. I made it a habit, to study every day, and that's what I did. And learning from guys like Robert and Coop, and having even Odell come in, and Deshaun was only here for just a small stunt, but I learned from him as well, and I think he's one of the best deep threat in the NFL history. So even when he was here, learning from him and taking things from him, from his game, and trying to implement it in mine. So, it's a lot of people that, that are part of my growth. And, I got to pay homage to those people. And, but when I first came in, I think the number one guy that really helped me out was Robert Woods. I mean, that's like my guy, that's my brother, man. And he really took me under his wing, man, and just, made sure that, I was on top of my things and made sure that I knew what I was doing. So, but, I owe a lot of people to, my growth and, just continue to keep growing.
Let's go next question to Chris Ryan.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Awesome. Wanted to ask you about a little about your dad's impact on you. Obviously, here in New England, we got to see him play quite a bit. You were a baby at that point in time, so I'm not sure if you remember anything about him being with the Patriots. But just some of your early memories of being around, an NFL team, and also how do you feel that type of experience benefited you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been around football my whole life with my dad playing and now currently coaching. That's all I knew was football. I really didn't remember him when he was in New England. I think I kind of caught the later years of his career in Detroit and Atlanta. But I grew up around it, and I really, really didn't start getting into football until he got to Detroit. That's when he was with Calvin, and Calvin set the, record and things like that. And, but it was great, having my dad, playing in the NFL, just kind of seeing, it kind of gave me insight of what I wanted to do and, what I wanted to do when I got older. And definitely seeing what he did and, how, he went through the NFL is definitely what I wanted to do. And, he's always giving me tips and advice, and, seeing players and seeing how they go behind things and see how they, are as a pro, it helped me out too as well. So it definitely was, benefits towards that and seeing that and having a dad in the NFL.
Next question to Mitch.
Hey, how's it going? Mitch from Spotlight Sports Network. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So playing with the number one wide receiver in Cooper Kupp, a potential MVP candidate, a best wide receiver in the league, what advice has he given you for this season and for the Super Bowl?
Well, for the Super Bowl, I mean, like everyone said, you just stay in the moment, learn to be where your feet at, don't get caught up in it, man. Just go out there and play, and that's his advice. And Cooper is a calm, cool, collected guy. He doesn't say much and he just goes about his business. But like I said, when he speaks, we all listen. And like he's been telling everyone else, just stay calm and just be in the moment. Enjoy the moment. You don't get this often, and just play. Just go out there and play like you do every Sunday. So I mean, coming from the Triple Crown winner, man, you just gotta listen to what he's saying, and I love playing with Cooper, man, and he's gonna go crazy on Sunday.
Next question to Bobby Thompson.
Hey Van, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for asking. Congratulations on making it to the Super Bowl. And I'm just wondering, who was your favorite wide receiver growing up?
Growing up, my favorite receiver growing up, AJ Green. AJ Green was definitely my favorite receiver growing up. I mean, I don't know, I just always loved AJ Green, so that's been my favorite receiver. And it was crazy. I we played him twice, and I didn't get to go up to him and ask for his jersey or not, but AJ Green was my receiver I looked up to, at a young age.
Next question to Josina.
Hey Van, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. So I was just thinking back to some of the games that you guys had when you go back to week 18, San Francisco starts to come back in the second half. In Tampa, you guys start to have some uncharacteristic fumbles and things like that as, Tom Brady starts to kind of exert his will. And then even in this last game when you guys were down 17-7 in the NFC Championship and you got Aaron Donald kind of corralling you, well, especially the defense on the sidelines. But I'm just curious, when you think back to those games, from a psychological standpoint, can you describe in your own words what was happening at those point in times in terms of the emotion of the team? And is there anything reflecting on that you can learn from that you can apply on the greatest stage on earth where nerves predictably would be higher?
Yeah, I mean, when you go back and look at those two games, those were definitely, nail biters. And I think, those are learning lessons too. I mean, every game that you play, it's always a lesson to see where you can do better, the mistakes that you made and things you did well. And I mean, looking at that clip from Aaron Donald and seeing what he did and bringing up the defense, I mean, those are just type of the guys that you have. Those are the type of guys we have on this team. We all believe in one another. I mean, we know what we can do. We know when we play our best ball, what type of ball we can play. So, those two games, especially the Tampa game, with, some uncharacteristic things had happened. But, we all played for one another and we all, came together and got the job done. So, we definitely can use, that game as a learning lesson going into this game. And, I mean, this is the biggest of them all. So, we're going to need everything and but we're ready to go.
Next question to Julian.
Hey, Van, how's it going? Congrats on making the Super Bowl. Yesterday, I got to talk to your receivers coach. He had nothing but praise for you. So I'll continue off that. What would you like to say about him and how he's helped you grow in your game?
You talking about Coach Yarbs? You say Coach Yarbs? I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you said, sir.
Okay, I'll try again. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. So yesterday I got to talk to your wide receivers coach. He had high praise for you. So I'm curious what you would say about him and how he's helped you improve your game.
Oh, yeah. Coach Yarb is he's a great guy, man. I mean, he's a great coach, too, as well. And he's definitely helped me develop from year one to year two. And, I'm still developing. But he does a great job with, just teaching me things and, being on me and, pushing me. And I think that's what a coach, needs to do to a player, to get the best out of him. And, I mean, I has nothing but great things to say about Coach Yards, man. And ever since day one, since I got here, he's always pushed me to be the best and, always push me to my limit, to be, the best player I can be. So I'm happy I have a coach like him and, I'm happy to play for him.
Next question to Jake Malik.
Hey, Van, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Coach Sean McVay was just speaking the highest of praises about you before when talking about your wide receiver group, saying how you really are such a talented athlete and you have a lot that you bring to the table. And he was also talking about how you work with Odell for a little bit now and what you've learned from Robert Woods and from Cooper Kupp. Can you just talk about the ways that they've helped you grow as a player and become the player that you are now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, those guys, I mean, helped me out a ton when I first came in. And, I'm still learning from those guys every day, and when Odell came in, I mean, he didn't know much of the playbook. So, I helped him out as much as I can, but even in the midst of all that, he was still helping me out with different things I could do on routes and, how I can create more separation and what I need to do, with my snap down and things like that. So, especially from Cooper Kupp, I mean, Cooper Kupp is like he studies all day, and just helping me, read defenses and things I can do to, manipulate the defender and things like that. So, and then Robert Woods as well. I mean, like I said, from day one, he was a guy that, kind of took me under his wing and kind of taught me the ropes. So, those guys have definitely helped me develop into the player that I am. And, they're still helping me, as I continue to develop. So, I can't thank those guys enough for, all the help they put into me. And so, I love having those guys as my teammates.
Next question to Alana.
Hi, Van. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, welcome. Congratulations on your first Super Bowl run. I just wanted to ask, how are you embracing this moment, being that you are the young guy on the team and you didn't get to really play much last year, but now you're in this big moment and you have such a big role. What is that like for you? And I know that you've been learning from some of the older guys. So how are they teaching you kind of how to go through this moment and not get too nervous for the big game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to just, take it one day at a time and, be in a moment and not get too overhyped. I mean, of course you're gonna have some little butterflies and stuff like that, but that's just a part of it. But and they just told me to just be in a moment and just have fun about it. And when the game comes around, just time to go. It's just like any other game, and you just gotta put your best foot forward and keep going, man. It's time to make plays, and so I can't wait for Sunday. But my teammates have been just telling me it's gonna be fun, and just relax and go out there and play calm.
Just a heads up to the media, we're under 5 minutes remaining. Next question to Avery.
Hey, Van, it's Kiefer Gazard from Max Coverage TV and Spotlight Sports Network. The Bengals defense has played spectacular in the second half during this postseason run. Going into this game, not only getting momentum for it, but keeping that momentum going in the second half and keeping the offense efficient. How do you go about that, and how do you prepare for that?
Yeah, I just think we play our ball. We play how we're supposed to, and just keep going. I think if we do that and we play the ball that we know that we can play, and when we play our best ball, we feel like we're unstoppable. So I think we just do that and go out and just play the way that we're supposed to play. We'll be fine. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the plan that we have, and like I said, we're ready to go.
Next question to Alberto.
Hey, Van, and talking to Steve Jackson, the defensive backs coach from the Bengals, he gave you a lot of praise. He talked about Cooper, about Odell, but he also talked about you as a great route runner and as a very important part of this offense. How do you feel finishing this season for you as a breakout season? How does it feel for you having as much recognition from the rest of the league and on the verge of winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, the recognition is good, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to prove myself right and just play my game. Whether I get the recognition or not, I'm just ready to play and do my thing, and like I said, just play for my teammates, my coaches, and my family. So if the recognition comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. But on the verge of playing in the Super Bowl and perhaps winning it, it's nothing. It's an amazing feeling. But we got a lot more work to do over these next couple of days, and like I said, we're ready to go for Sunday.
Go to Ben.
Van, I was wondering if you could explain how Cooper is so good at disguising his routes.
I mean, I don't even know how he's so good at that. I mean, he's just a natural, I guess you could say. But I think that comes through film study and him working countless hours on his routes, and staying out there practicing, just doing the little things and focusing on the details, and knowing the defender that he's going up against. I think he knows that, he knows the ins and outs of that, and I mean, like you see it on TV. I think we're all just amazed of how he does the things that he does, and he'll be doing those same things on Sunday. So we all can't wait to see.
Let's go last question here to Alec.
Van, what's doing? I hope I host a podcast called First Class Fatherhood. What do you enjoy most about being a girl dad? You're going to be going for the boy.
Oh, man, I love being a girl dad, man. I got my daddy-daughter dance tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that, being, playing, you miss out on a lot of things, especially, my daughter being in school and things like that. So, but I love, I'm finna be a boy dad too, so I'm excited about that too as well. But, my daughter's my firstborn, and, I enjoy spending time with her, man. She's, she's a light and she shines bright. So, she's happy about, her baby brother coming in soon. So, we're all excited, man. We're just excited about this week, excited about the, new blessing that God has blessed us with. So, we're happy, and, but, we'll focus on that when it gets here. We got to focus on Sunday. So, but, I love being a dad, and I'm thankful that God has blessed me, to be a father and to be able to lead.
I appreciate your time, Ben. Thank you, media. We are now done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody.